Yeah, JaggerBombManTraining.com. I think I'm going to do a couple videos today. I'm playing around with doing longer ones or shorter ones. Probably going to go with the shorter ones and just make a couple more. They say the normal person has an attention span less than a goldfish. I don't know how you'd measure the attention span of a goldfish, but they say it. Doesn't mean it's true, but I've heard it more than once. Anyhow, I go back to when I talked about blue-collar work and how people frown upon it. And they do because they were taught that way. I don't know why they were taught that way. But I remember ever since I was a little kid, my dad was an over-the-road truck driver for a furniture company. He would drive the truck, he'd unload the fucking truck, him and 2 or 3 helpers. For some reason, I like big trucks. I like physical labor. Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a physical laborer. I just did. I thought it was something that strong men did. I'm glad I did it because it shaped who I was. Okay? It taught me how to work real fucking hard. And I wouldn't change it. Not at all. I was able to raise a family, did pretty well, be able to own a home and all that good stuff that comes with it. Now, I worked in the trucking business, which is considered LTL, less than trailer load. Okay? These are not guys that run over the road most of the time. These are guys that you see with tractor trailers running around in cities, in your neighborhoods. They have a pallet jack and a hand truck, and they're pulling pallets fucking, to the tail of the truck, or they're unloading them onto a pallet jack, onto a hand truck and delivering them into a store, a fucking business, whatever. Okay? I was the guy that worked inside unloading the trucks that came back or loading the ones to go out. Okay? I loved it. It was great. Everybody broke each other's balls. It was a physical fucking job. It was a hard fucking job. Summertime was fucking hot. Wintertime was fucking cold. And that's the way it was. It was a toughness that you only can build that way. It's not going to be built in the gym. So when people tell me about load and unload trucks and now it's not progression, there's no progression there. But yeah, I talked about this the other day. If you swing a mace, you're a physical culturist. If you swing a kettlebell and do kettlebell swings, you're a physical culturist. Even yesterday when I was doing my 50-pound slam ball pickup and throws, okay? Slam balls and medicine balls have been used for a long fucking time for athletes and to build explosiveness and endurance. And that also is part of physical culture. But like I said the other day when I was throwing 45-pound books in trailers that were sitting in a fucking yard. Now think about this for a minute. Most people have no idea what I'm talking about, okay? But like I said, the story, I'll tell you it again. I wasn't the only one. I wasn't in solitary confinement when I was doing this. Tons of people were there, including people personal to me. My son, ex-son-in-law, friends. They also worked alongside me, okay? I never had to do this job. I chose to do it. I was a boss. I was in charge of making sure it got done. The inside of a car in the middle of summer, depending on where you live, can get up to 160 degrees, okay? Fact. That's why little kids are dying in the fucking cars, okay? Anybody that's sitting in the car, got in the car, touched the fucking steering wheel, fucking burn your hands. I lived in New Jersey. It would get up to 95, 96, 98, 100 degrees, heat index, a lot hotter. And I would work in these conditions. And when I would go into these trailers that were sitting in the yard, okay, a trailer is basically a tin fucking box, all right? Tin fucking box, sitting, baking in the sun. The dock is a little cooler, okay? You back the trailer in, you open the fucking door, it's fucking brutal. Okay, my job was to go in there and throw these boxes, 45 pounds a piece about average, and I would throw a trailer load. I'd have 6 to 10 guys on either side. Okay, and what they would do is they'd take those 45-pound boxes and they'd take it to a pallet and they'd put it on the fucking pallet. Okay, I'd have to keep up with these guys. All right, did it all the time. I go in there with a gallon of water, a towel, and I wouldn't come out. I wouldn't even put a fan in there. Did not want a fucking fan. Now, before that I would do that, I would train in my gym, which is kind of like the one I'm standing in now, except it was a little bit darker. Cinder block like this. And in the fucking summertime, it was brutal. I used to call it Death Valley in there. Okay, and I would train in there before I went to fucking work to throw in these trailers. If I wasn't in there, I was down in the fucking football field at high noon, sun baking down on me, training in that. Sometime I would drive to work, which was about a 15-minute ride. I wouldn't fucking roll my car windows down. It's like a fucking sauna. Now, before anybody says anything, you got motherfuckers out there taking cold baths and doing saunas, but same fucking thing. Sauna's the same fucking thing as me sitting in a car fucking sweating it out. Same fucking thing. All right? Different mindset. And the people that don't understand it will never understand it because they don't have to work hard. Okay? They're only told about people that worked hard. Well, I happen to be one of those people. And in that time, when I would throw these books, from whatever time I used to go in early, 2 o'clock, 2:30, let's just say, and sometimes we'd go into 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay? And that was because once the boxes were on, then we had to rectify the counts, make sure every school in New York was getting the right boxes, and fucking Philly and New Jersey, wherever they were going. Okay? And those guys that were also that were taking them off the belt, there was times when guys couldn't straighten their arms out because their fucking arms were locked because they're carrying boxes all day like this. Weren't used to it. Guys fucking getting chai horses, just fucking unloading the truck. Now, I picked every fucking box up, and like I said, there was tons of fucking people there that witnessed that for years. Okay, and here's another quick story. It's funny to tell, is that when I left and moved to Pennsylvania, they stopped getting that customer. The reason they stopped getting that customer is because they can no longer deal with that type of volume because I was gone. Okay, the only way they were getting it is if the Hardcourt Brace was the name of the book company. You can check it out. If they were to load the books on a skid and shrink wrap it. Okay, so our dock workers could easily unload them. Okay, that's what happened when I left. That's a fact. That's a fact. So when people say that I had a comment, oh, Goggins couldn't do shit like that. Let me get to Goggins real quick. I've read Goggins' books, Can't Hurt Me and Never Give Up. Okay? Goggins, it took 3 times to get through Navy SEALs. Amazing. He got through. His body's always broke. He's always talking about how his childhood was so bad. Okay? He's constantly fucking in recovery. He stretches for 4 hours. Okay? I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not that impressed with Goggins. He's done great shit. He's got a great mindset. But I'm just not a huge fan of Goggins. I'm just not. Okay? Everybody else is, I'm not. I'll tell you what you can do. I'll tell you about this on the next video. Matter of fact, I'll do a Goggins in this guy video after this. But so when I would unload these trailers and things like that, well, that's a fucking lot of volume there. And when people would say, like, David Goggins could do that, see, here's the thing. Before the internet, there was a lot of people doing a lot of shit. The problem is you just didn't see it. You didn't see it, okay? So you can't believe it. There's not a time that somebody doesn't say, oh, you can't do that. I got a friend who can do this, and he's so fucking strong, and he can't even do that. I don't give a fuck. I know this guy. He was so hard. I don't care. I don't know you. I don't know your friend. You don't know me. You don't know the shit that I did. You know, you try to explain to people, and it's just a constant fucking, you know, argument back and forth because they can't comprehend it, so you can't do it. So when I talk about these old school ways of, you know, working, which a lot of people still do, and the new way where people have want to avoid it at all costs, and they just can't comprehend what it takes to do that because they're too fucking weak to do it. So if I'm driving in a car with the windows up and it's a fucking 100 degrees out, it's pretty hot in that fucking car. Okay? If I'm training in the fucking hot box, which I call Death Valley, it's pretty fucking hot. When I'm in those trailers unloading them, it's pretty fucking hot. And here's another thing. Fucking Google it. Why would I know these details? This isn't something you can Google search. You don't have this type of details unless you've actually fucking done it. Okay? These are things you can search. This isn't Navy SEAL training. There isn't a whole lot of fucking jobs or fucking videos of fucking dock workers. Okay? It's just not out there. Okay? And then they talk about, you know, the fucking slaves in other countries, the skinny fucking black guys who don't get fucking fed, who are constantly fucking doing labor and things like that. I can tell you right now, That motherfuckers get a lot done with no fucking food. I can tell you right now, they're out fucking work mostly anybody in this fucking country if that's the fucking case, including every fucking guy that goes to the fucking gym. You know? So if they're fucking doing that and no fucking food, and they're fucking doing it all day long, come on, man. Alright? Ain't fucking, they don't look like they're fucking anything, but if they're fucking doing that type of labor all fucking day long, you better believe it, they got something in them fucking selves, okay? Well, for whatever reason. But that's just one of the videos. Went a little longer than I want, but hey, that's the way it is. I'm going to do the next video on Goggins and this other video I just watched, this documentary, which I found awesome, and a lot of people might want to watch it for a mindset because it was a great documentary. It was about running, and I'm not a runner at all. So, later.